Excellent. Railroad Boy. I imagine the dad caught up to Railroad Boy and whooped his ass. Probably more than just an ass whooping, let me tell you. Daughter hanging herself on account of him and his running around. Unbelievable. Yeah, the platform of Southern rock, man, really, for some reason, just makes these stories that they tell intriguing and charming, don't they? I dig Southern rock, man. I was on my classic rock platform. Akachita just sent me this awesome quad, and it's in keeping with me wanting to do a little bit more Southern rock on my classic platform. It's one of my resolutions. And speaking of my resolutions, I gotta get on board with my progressive walk. I'm gonna be doing that too, but it's great that I'm finally reshifting my focus where it comes to the Southern rock genre. I kind of dropped the ball for a couple of months, but I'm back on the horse. So let's hit this up. Railroad Boy. Railroad Boy, also known as the Butcher's Boy, cover of a traditional song. The Butcher's Boy, or Butcher Boy, is an American folk song derived from traditional English ballads. Folklorists of the early 20th century considered it to be a conglomeration of several English broadside ballads, tracing its stanzas to Sheffield Park, the squire's daughter, a brisk young soldier, a brisk young sailor, and Sweet William, the sailor boy. Steve Rowell describes it as one of the most widely known forsaken girl song in the American tradition, which is often particularly moving in its stark telling of an age-old story. In the song, a butcher's apprentice abandons his lover or is unfaithful towards her. I think it's both in this song, in their version. The lover hangs herself and is discovered by her father. She leaves a suicide note which prescribes that she be buried with a turtle dove placed upon her breast to show the world she died for love. This narrative use of the turtle dove is derived from Old World symbolism. It's analogous to the folk song intermittent motif of a rose, briar, or lily growing out of the neighboring graves of deceased lovers. In this respect, Butcher's Boy is related to the ballads Earl Brand, Fair Margaret and Sweet William, Lord Thomas and Fair Annet, Barbara Allen and Lord Lovell. On this Delta Blues flavored update of the traditional folk song, Gov't Mule blend a Celtic sound with a swampy feel. Singer, guitarist, and songwriter Warren Haynes told Billboard magazine about it, quote, "I need to research and find out exactly how old that song is, but I'm sure it's over 100 years old. I learned that song from some folk music friends of mine when I was 14 or 15, growing up sneaking into these folk clubs in North Carolina. It's a traditional Celtic folk song, and I played it for producer Gordy Johnson one night when we were just sitting around trying to decide what we were going to do to record and how. He came up with the idea of giving it a rock and roll treatment. We turned the band loose on it to see what would happen from an arrangement perspective, and everybody came up with all these great ideas. The next thing you know, it turned out like this is." Unquote. All right, man. So, that concludes our look at this excellent quad, man. Gov't Mule, fantastic band. Fantastic contemporary Southern rock band. And definitely, great compliments of their forefathers being the Allman Brothers Band. And before that, the classic rock renaissance period, that fantastic area of time when so many fantastic artists came out, with the likes of the Skinners, the Allmans, and all of these great rock acts, especially the Southern rock genre, man. Fantastic. I love it so much. I really got to do a lot more of the Southern rock. Um, I've often said that I'm not going to be on this platform, especially giving any particular act the Led Zeppelin treatment. On my classic rock platform, the Led Zeppelin factor will always be there. There's always stuff to do where they're concerned. But if I was to do a Led Zeppelin style focus, it would be more towards the genre body of something, that being classic rock. And then after that would be the progressive psychedelic rock sound. So that's the focus of my classic rock platform. And then, of course, on this platform, there's always some complementary stuff that overlaps, And I understand why a lot of people recommend certain things on this platform, mainly because of the timing element. So thank you very much for that precaution, Jerry. You're saving me a lot of hassle. There's a lot of people who just turn up their nose. Oh, this is outside of the time parameter, so it's certainly not classic rock. And then they'll become very confrontational about it. They got to have the last word, and oh man, it's just an ugly scene. So thank you very much for taking those precautions. All right, man. So, just checking my notes here before I bounce, man. Yeah, so I got reactions I got to get to. I'm running a few days late on. Jack, Jennifer, Simon, Jake, Marco, Joshua, I got to get some reactions out for you guys. All of that's going to be taken care of in the next couple of days, man. What else do I have coming up here? Well, like I said, I'm focusing on doing more biography stuff, more documentaries, interviews, things of that like. So a lot of that is going to be on my classic rock platform. But if you've got recommendations for things of that sort for this platform, hey, I'm totally down with that sort of thing. A couple of days ago when I did my Led Zeppelin Celebration for a King reaction, at the tail end of that, I had a lot of sugarcane rum in me, and when I have a lot of sugarcane rum in me, I don't give a damn. And so I give you both barrels, right? And I gave a lot of people both barrels in regards to their recommendations, how they go about recommending things to me. A lot of the times what happens is, and I note that patrons, especially for some reason, do this more than subscribers. They'll send me a whole shit ton of messages, inquiries, questions. Will you react to this? Will you react to that? Will you react to this? And it takes so much time to answer them, and then they get back to me, and then I have to get back to them. And it's just a very, very, how would I say, it just annoys the hell out of me. Let me just put it to you like that. So I really just leaned into a lot of people, and a lot of them got that message and they stopped doing it. So on this platform, that's my point. If you guys are sending me recommendations, just send it, right? Don't ask me questions. Don't send messages back and forth asking me, will you do this? Will you do this? Do you prefer this? Do you prefer that? I hate that shit. That annoys the hell out of me. So just send it, right? And if for some reason I don't want to do it, then I will message you and say, no, I don't want to do this. This is below the standard of my channel. It's not in keeping. It's a sappy ass love song. I don't like death metal. I don't like gangster rap. You know what I mean? So I will get back to you and let you know, no, I'm not into this shit at all. And so, but don't send me so many questions asking me, will you do this? Will you do that? That takes up so much time. I don't have a lot of time, and it annoys the hell out of me, right? So if you have a recommendation, whether it being a reaction for music, anything related to music, I will do. Documentaries, interviews, it's all good. Profiles of someone who's not a musician, like an engineer, like Eddie Kramer, all of that, it's all good. The other day, I did a reaction to Yoyoka Suma, and fantastic. John hummed and hawed for a couple of weeks before he sent it to me, but in the end, he sent it to me. You know what I mean? And he said, hey, do this, and if you have a problem with not doing it, I totally understand. I can send you something else. You know what I mean? And he just left it in my lap. So do that. Don't send me a whole bunch of questions, and don't give me a whole bunch of options. As well, do not attach a whole bunch of alternative this, and this. Oh, here's my quad wing, but here's a whole shit ton of alternatives. Don't do that, right? time is the most important thing in Wayne's world. So if you take up too much of my time, then eventually it slows everything down for me and for everyone else. Okay? Going forward, send me only what I have to react to. If it's a quad, do not send me a whole shit ton of alternatives. Okay? So that is my banter, my dig, my all of that sort of thing, you know? So, yeah, that was it. That was my notes. That was my rant. And that is what I'm looking at doing going forward with this platform. Just doing a lot more of a mixture of things, not just reactions, but a mixture of things. So I'm looking forward to that. So send me what you think that would be appropriate for this particular platform. If it's for the classic rock platform, please send it to me on the classic rock platform. Don't send it to me on this platform saying, and leaving me to figure it out, right? And saying, oh yeah, it's for, no, send it to me on the classic rock platform. Okay, that's basically it. All right, rant and sermon over. Jerry, thank you very much. I appreciate this excellent, excellent recommendation. I really dig Gov't Mule, and I would certainly consider doing more reactions to them down the road. Okay, everyone, have yourselves a good one. I'm going to go suck back some rum, and I'm going to get ready to shoot that documentary I was talking about for The Who. So have a good one, take care, and I'll see you in my next reaction. Peace.